Hi guys, so today, as you can see from the different background, I'm using the new camera that I bought. It's really cool. It's got like a viewfinder because my other one didn't, so I can actually see myself filming. So I do apologise if I end up looking at myself and not you. But yeah, so today I'm going to do a book review for you. I was reading the Shiver series by Maggie Stiefvater, and I just finished it, but I wanted to review, instead of reviewing the series because I don't want to do any spoilers, there's a spin-off book from the Shiver series that she wrote 2 years ago. And I've only just picked it up because I'm so awful at keeping up with the times. But yeah, so I'm going to review, it's called Sinner. Looks like this. So all of the books that I got all look similar. You can see them in my bookshelf, I don't know if you can. But yes, the ones that I got, I like to get like similar book covers, otherwise I go a bit mental because they don't look the same in the bookshelf and that really freaks me out. But yeah, so I'm just gonna jump into the review. So this is the first review I've done, so I do apologise if it's a bit all over the show. And I'm also standing now, so I feel like I can move around a bit more. Anyway, I'm gonna stop baffling. So I'm reviewing Sinner for you today by Maggie Stiefvater, and it's a spin-off book from the Shiver series. So if you haven't read the Shiver series, I would recommend to go check it out. But you don't necessarily have to. You don't have to read the Shiver series before you read Sinner, but it's probably best to do so because then you get to meet the characters that she's talking about in this book. So the book is about Isabel and Cole, and Cole is a werewolf, but it's not werewolf in the traditional sense. Basically they get bitten and then they get turned into werewolves when it's cold. But Cole is from a band called Narcotica, and he got bitten because he was like really depressed and was basically on the bridge of killing himself. And the pack leader kind of saved him. So this is about him, and he decides to kind of go back into the limelight after he's become a wolf, because the girl that he fell in love with in the Shiver series kind of moved back to LA. So yeah, it's about their love story kind of. It's about how he goes to LA to like pursue his career as a musician, and all the like troubles that come with being a wolf at the same time. And being a wolf is kind of like an addiction for him. It's kind of replacing drugs and alcohol and that kind of thing, but obviously that's not a good thing either. But yeah, it's basically about their love story. Actually really good. In the Shiver series, I found that Isabel and Cole were my favourite characters. You only really get introduced to Cole in like the second book. They're my favourite characters, to be honest. There's a character in this book who I have to say kind of became a bit of a favourite. His name's Leon, and basically Cole meets him because he's driving, like he's like a car driver for famous people, and his role in the book is just a bit odd, you know, like a secondary character that you kind of see every now and then, but when you see him he's great. And I literally fell in love with him. I was a bit worried about the plot of this book because I didn't really know where she was going to go from the series, the trilogy that she wrote. So I was a bit skeptical when I first picked it up because I thought it was going to lead on, that it wouldn't be about Grace and Isabel. I mean, it wouldn't be about Cole and Isabel, sorry. I thought it was going to be about Grace and Sam still, because I didn't really read the back of it and I didn't really look into it that much when I bought it. I thought it would be about Grace and Sam. I didn't realise that it would be about Isabel and Cole. So it was really like, it was like a bit of a shock to me when I first opened the book, but it was literally fabulous. Like, I couldn't fault it. The plot at times, you know, there was always something happening. Like, Cole was always doing something or having to do something or like jumping through hoops, and it was really good. And like the way that it's written is kind of similar to the series. So if you've read the series, you'll know what I mean, where it's like in the point of view from both of them. So there'll be like Cole's point of view and then there'll be Isabel's point of view in the next chapter. And I thought that was like really good. The only thing, I don't think there was anything that I really disliked about the book. I think they still linked to Grace and Sam when quite a few times, which I thought was really nice to still see the characters that you fell in love with in the trilogy, rather than just kind of making a book that was like brand new, if that makes sense. There were still like ties and stuff, which I thought was really good. Like the whole series for me, the trilogy, was like so different, because I was quite a Twilight fan, and obviously that's got werewolves in it as well, and like I always think it's interesting reading two different kinds of interpretations of that like mythology, if that makes sense. Like I love Twilight, but then again I love Vampire Academy, and that's like two different like views on what a vampire is, if that makes sense. So I really enjoyed this book. I would personally give it a 4 out of 5. Would totally recommend it. I would recommend that you read the series first, but it's not like a necessity. Like if you wanted to just be like pick up a book, you can pick it up and read it. It's like not a problem. But it does link really well to the other books, so it's kind of good to read the series first. If I buy a book that's related to like a series or trilogy or something, I will always read that trilogy again, even if I buy. So if I bought the last book or the second book and I haven't read the first book in a long time, I will read it again so that I know what's happening, because sometimes you can go into a second book and be like, oh my god, I don't remember what happened, and then you're like so lost and clueless that like halfway through the book you're like, no, I need to stop, I need to go like to the first one again, and then you lose your like cool, if that makes sense. I'm not one of those people that can have 5 books on the go. It doesn't happen. Obviously I can have series on the go because the second book hasn't been released or something, so I just have to pick up another book to have my book fix, if that makes sense. But I can't have like 2 or 3 books on the go at the same time. It literally winds me up. Anyway, enough blabbing. So yeah, so that's what I thought about this book. Like I said, really recommend you getting it. So if you want to see more of my videos, I tend to post once a week, and it tends to be Thursday or Friday, so look out for them. If you wanted to know when I post videos, then hit the subscribe button. If you like this video and want to see more, then push the like button. Obviously I'm making more reviews, it's just like a nightmare to film them. I get home from work late, and the weather is, it's supposed to be summer, and the weather is so awful that I have to kind of squeeze the filming in when I think the lighting is going to be okay. Like I bought all these lights behind me because to lighten my room up so I can actually film for you guys. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and pop any comments in the bottom. If you've read the book, I'd love to know what you thought about it, who your favourite character was, all that kind of jazz. So just pop it in the comments, I love to chat, so that'd be great. But yeah, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!